Many years ago, I came across a song by an Italian composer about Shackleton. It took a long time from when I first came across the story to when I started writing the music. This was due to the fact that I'm not really good with lyrics, and then of course, writing in English as well is a bit of a challenge. So I needed to find someone who could fill that role. And eventually I came across Matthew, whom I met at rehearsal with the Rickmansworth players. And he had broad experience in writing musical himself, lyrics and music. And I lent him a book about the story of Shackleton and caught his interest. There are different musical styles in Shackleton. The reason for that is I wanted to create the right style for the right part of the story. In terms of influences, there's, I think, a lot of the baggage that I've been carried around for the past decades. There's a lot of influence from British pop of the 60s, a lot of classic music, a lot of South American or Latin jazz, a lot of theatre music as well went into it. So I think all of that kind of merged and hopefully created something that is a bit different, a little bit unique. There have been a couple of scenes that have been proven more challenging music-wise, just because of the breadth of the scene, of the message they were conveying, or the action. And for those, I really needed to squeeze out all the inventive brain that I have and try to come up with music that could match the beautiful writing from Matthew. And one of those is the opening of Act 2, which is the journey of the cat. And in this scene, we wanted to create like a music that would be persistent throughout, but at the same time offering changes and variation for the different parts sang by the cast. And definitely the most challenging part in that scene is the sextet at the end, which implies that there are 6 people singing different melodies at the same time, each one being a worthwhile melody to be sang in isolation, but also fit with all the melodies sang by the other characters. There are a couple of songs that I really like in Shackleton. Maybe the one that I am most proud of is One Step Closer. One Step Closer to Home. The reason is because it's very simple in its structure, harmonically extremely simple and linear. However, it manages to convey a lot of emotions on top of it. Writing a musical has always been one of my dreams, and now that we are so close for it to be performed for the first time in front of a live audience is something that is quite literally blowing my mind. I'm so excited. I feel so lucky and privileged to be in this position. I want to thank you, Matthew, for helping and for writing the book and the lyrics. My wife, Sarah, for her continuous support in everything we've done, her feedback, her enthusiasm, her drive, and wonderful cast who surrounded us throughout this journey. and the society as well for making it happen as part of their festival for this summer. I also want to say that I consider everyone who's been involved in this process to be almost a companion for this special journey, which is the launch of a new musical. And I hope that it will be something special for them as well to remember forever.